All right. I think I'm live. We'll see. We'll see. How's everyone doing? All right. So hopefully this stream goes a little bit better. I used the weekend to play with my new keyboard. So I can actually navigate a little bit better. Like, check this out. Yep, I can navigate workspaces now, which, yep, that's great. I'm learning it. I'm still not great at it, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so another thing that I got was I got my pen tablet working. So we can draw and chart and do that type of stuff. So it's all I messed with the drivers, got the drivers working, and I think we're in a good spot with that too. So I'm actually pretty excited because everything's starting to kind of actually work, unlike it did last time. Now we can go ahead and do. I was hoping if somebody was here for the start of this, I was going to say we can go ahead and do just the advent of code. It's pretty good for me because I'm learning to do Rust again. It's been 2.5 years since I touched Rust, which I realize is a lot longer than I thought it had been. And Rust has changed a bit. But so we can do that, or we can dig into some Kubernetes stuff. So I don't know if anybody if anybody there wants to comment on chat, we'll get into that. Let me see. They're complaining about my bit rate. I don't know if I can do this live. We'll see. We'll see. That looks good. Let's do that. We'll see if they like that. I don't even know how that works. I assume that it won't change anything until I start streaming again, but or like reset the video feed. Huh. Okay. I could stop and start it. Should just be a small interruption. Let me try that. I don't know what this will do. I kind of want to know. All right, we'll see. 3, 2, 1. And are we back? Are we back? I won't know for a little bit of time. Sorry, you get me to see me play around with the stream. Oh, and they're not complaining about my bitrate, so hopefully that means we're all golden here. Cool. All right. And we're back. We're back. Well, let's read the Advent of Code project. We can also go over here and open up our code. Look at what we did last time. Oh, this was not a spectacular piece of code. This is code that you don't show anybody. Besides the fact that I put it in a public repo, you don't show anybody and you don't tell them about because it's not pretty. But we solved it. This I think we're gonna have to use in every single one of them. So let's make a day 2 while we're sitting here talking about it. If you guys have something you'd like to do other than this, if you'd like to actually just get into my projects instead of doing this, I'm using this to learn Rust a little bit, and I get it if you guys would like to just prefer to get into it. This is a fun way for me to learn Rust. If you guys would prefer not to see me learn Rust, let me know in the comments or in chat, and I won't learn Rust on your guys' time. But if you are like me and want to learn Rust and want to learn a new keyboard, then stick around for a little bit. If you're not wanting this, join the streams in January. In January, we're going to hardcore create a Kubernetes competitor, and we're going to create we have actually a couple things that we're going to create that are pretty awesome. Um, Cube builder, but for Rust. So we're going to be creating that. And then we're going to be creating, I say a Kubernetes clone. It's nothing like Kubernetes. It's just kind of like, hey, what have I taken and learned over the past 10 years and apply that to Kubernetes and make something like like I call it a workload orchestrator, or yeah, we can get into it. Anyways, it's going to be a fun learning experience. And then the cube builder for Rust is actually, I think, something that's people need and would like. So that's going to be a cool open source project. And then the other project is all around cluster API and Kubernetes. So we have three really fun projects we're going to work on. We're going to have fun. And my plan is for each day, I only stream 2 days here. My plan is that each day we actually go over uh, and actually kind of have an idea of something to tackle. And so while these aren't like going to be recorded videos, we're hopefully going to have a little structure to them for things that we're doing. Right now, this one's learning Rust, and this keyboard still a little. Really cool though. I did get my tablet working, so we could do like a Krita and actually use my tablet. I just realized I'm like keeping my headphones on, and there's no sound being played through them. So I'm habits. All right. So I got this working just to prove that it works. I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, this should make it. One second. That's not the setting I meant to change. Neither is that one. That's the one. All right. Yeah, this should make it really easy to draw out some stuff so that we can actually get into like designing some stuff. And I don't know, we might not use Krita. If somebody has an application that would be better at this, let me know. But we can actually sit here and draw out like, here's a Kubernetes a node here, and whatever we want to draw out, we're going to be able to do it. And I can just actually like draw it out. This is going to be so great for engineering and engineering whiteboard. I'm actually excited to use it like for my job, because using a pen and just this on my lap is so much better than trying to use a mouse. So I might actually try to like get my company to buy these for my team, if we actually find them useful. But for right now, I'll just try to use them on stream, and we'll see how that works. And it's not killing my CPU at this point. So I'm super excited about that. I think that will be really great. One of the big reasons I think it will be really great is with Gary, the Kubernetes competitor thing. We're actually really going to solve some hard problems, and I think some of them are going to be abstract enough that. Oh no, I don't want to save that. Some of them are going to be abstract enough that we're going to want to actually draw them out just a little bit. Advent 2021 day 2. All right. And then we can just run cargo init, I believe. Yep. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so let's read this. It's not very long. Cool. Day 2 died. Now you need to figure out how to pilot this thing. It seems like the submarine can take a series of commands like forward 1, down 2, or up 3. Forward increases the horizontal position by X. Down increases the depth by X. Up decreases the depth by 0 or X. Note that since you're on a submarine, down and up affect your depth, and so they have the opposite result of what you might expect. No, they have the exact result. Down should increase my depth, and up should decrease my depth. That's the exact. Whatever. All right, the submarine seems to already have a planned course. Your puzzle input, you should probably figure out where it's going. For example, forward, down, up, down, 8, forward. Okay. Your horizontal and positional depth both start at 0. The steps above would then modify them as follows. Okay. After following these instructions, you would have a horizontal position of 15 and a depth of 10. Let's just follow the depth. So we go down 5, we go up 3, so we're at 2, and then we go down 8, so that would be 10. Yep. Okay. Makes sense. And the forwards can just be added all together. So again, makes sense. So a total of 15. Multiplying these together produces 150. Calculate the horizontal position and depth you would have following the planned course. What do you get if you multiply? Okay, so this is really easy. Really easy. Let's see. We do this. And then we... this way. Okay, so let's do input. We'll make our input file in here just like we did the other one. Now, the thing that I think they're probably thinking we're going to get stuck on, which we're not going to get stuck on, but what I think they're going to try to trip us up with is what they're probably going to have to do is have the sub go above water. So if you're at depth of 0 and you go up, you can't go up. So I feel like that should just keep us at 0. So anyways, that's probably the little trick that they have going for them here. That's, I'm assuming, although they didn't state, unfortunately, they don't state whether you can go above 0, because maybe you have a plane in your submarine, so you could actually fly up, but I'm guessing since they said sub, we don't have a plane or a blimp. All right, so pretty easy. We're going to go ahead and copy and paste day 1 code because we need this beautiful piece of magic code. We're going to throw that down here just like so. Beautiful. And then we're going to copy the rest of this where we actually read that in, which is just this. It's actually quite easy. That's not a bad solution. I'm much more familiar with goes, but let's go ahead and terminate this. I did find out how to do this. This is a little weird. It's my pinky finger to do brackets. Not sure I like that. I think I'm going to have to update this keyboard. I'm trying to use it and learn it all with its default, just how they have it programmed. But there's definitely some things that are wonky, and I don't think we're used as a developer. Although I feel like this keyboard is developed for a developer. Who else would use a split keyboard? But maybe somebody else does. All right, so we let our lines. Okay, so we have our lines. Now we have to split this. I've never done that in Rust, So what I mean by that is we're gonna get a full line, but a full line that should be split on uh, a space, I guess. Yeah, space. So lines is here. So, and then we can do this for each lines. We're just going to copy this. Faster than typing, then does exactly what we want. 4 lines. Ooh, another thing that I figured out, and this is going to go in my compilation video, is we have a plugin that actually works. So like if you look at hover over, like if you do line, that's line dot. Oh, I jinxed it. Of course I did. Line dot. Yep, I jinxed it. It was working. Oh, you know what? You know what? Maybe I need to do cargo build. Maybe since this project has never built and it's a brand new project, maybe there's something wonky with that. Let's try and do that right now. I actually think I put a character in there. Yes, I did. I need to go back to oh, yep, because we don't have a toml file, so this makes sense because we don't have any of our dependencies. So yeah, I'm pretty much an idiot. I need to switch back to what was it? To i3, but I actually not i3, Sway. Actually, cool thing, I should be able to continue streaming because I got it set up so that I could do some stuff like that. And you guys should still be able to see. Anyways, I need to go back to Sway. I haven't been as Sway because it was easier to do streaming without using Sway. But I think I have enough of this keyboard. Hang on this keyboard to not use Sway. I needed to have a graphical user interface that I could depend on when I had a brand new keyboard that is really wonky. But yeah. Anyways, what we're going to do to fix this? Easy peasy. Not at all what I meant to do. These keys, different keys. We're just gonna borrow the toml from over here. I guess these are all just part of the standard library, so we don't actually have to import them in our toml. We're just going to import them at the top of our page here. I believe like C and stuff you can do it. I'm just accustomed to putting them down here. I know some people are like, oh, only import the dependency where you then first use it, and then you get these weird Java files where people have like dependencies imported in the middle of a 100-line thing, and I found that always more confusing than just putting it at the top. That's maybe a personal preference, but it's a personal preference I really like. All right. Oh, let's see if we get our lines now. Line dot dot. Let's compile. Let's compile and see. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt that it just needed compile time. All right. This is building. So, come on. Come on. All right, well, it made a big fat liar out of me. What I was going to say is I found out, I did some research, and basically what happens is that nobody uses the other one, and they use Rust. Oh, reload required. Why does it require a reload? Ah, there it goes. And yeah, we actually have autocomplete and stuff. Like this is fancy crap. Now, I don't know how to hit F12 on my thing, but you should be able to go to definition. Yeah. So this works much better. It's not making a liar out of me. Okay. So that was one of the things that we improved upon. So that's good. All right. So now we need to, oh, actually, all we really need to do, uh, yeah, well, we need to do another if statement, is what we really need to do, because this is Rust. So we're going to do that. So what we're going to do here is I don't know, maybe they have a split on their string. So I'm just going to do, oh, this isn't depth, it's command, but let's change it to command. There we go. Command. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. That's not escape. That's escape. I accidentally. What did I delete? Oh no. I at least deleted that. Uh-oh. What did I delete? That doesn't look. Oh, I just deleted a space as well. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can throw a space in there. I'm not perfect with this keyboard yet, okay? I know you're judging me. I've judged myself. It's okay. So let's do command. Is there like a dot split function? There is. Pattern unknown. Can we just... It can be a constant string, so we're just going to do this, right? No, this. That, and that's all we're doing. Wait a second. I messed up. This has to return a split. All right, so this returns a split. I don't know what a split is. I thought it was going to be array. What is this? All right, well, we're gonna let CMD. Yeah. That. Oh, wait. There we go. It's wrong finger. Oh. All right, so we're just gonna set command equal to this. It's a split of string. And that should give us our command. And now all we can do is switch on this command. I've never written a... Oh, you know what? We don't need a switch. We can do a match. Rust is good at this matching thing, right? I don't know how to use a split, though. So let's cmd dot... It's like it's iterator. So can I just do a for loop on this? Well, let's look this up. Let's stop poking around and let's look this up. Rust string split. Use split. Well, I use it. Let's split. Okay, that's split on 1, 2, 3. Boom. This gives an iterator which can loop over or collect into a vector. I'm thinking maybe we do collect. So let vect equal this. So we can just collect it into a vector. No, 1 second. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we just do 4s in split. No, it's really a tuple. I don't want to iterate over it. So basically, it allows you, it basically gives you an unstructured list, which is fine. By white space. Oh, well, we could have just done split white space. They have a new line split? Oh, man. There goes all of our fancy stuff. All right, there's a special method split for struct string. Yep, we already got that. Split by character, split by string, split by closure. Oh, the split by closure is kind of cool. I like that. So if we use collect, we can actually access it 1 and 2, and we're going to assume we don't have any bad data, which I know is a bad assumption, but we're going to assume for brevity's sake that we don't have any bad data. So we're actually going to say let command equal split dot collect. And this is going to actually give us an array, which then we can match on. Yeah, let's look this up. Rust match. Yep. All right, so yep, it's just match and then that. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to look it up before I made a fool of myself. So let's match on CMD at 0. And probably curly brace, I'm guessing. And then we have our first one that we can match on. Nope. This, let's go. I forget the exact words. Let's find the exact words. So we'll just say forward. I like to look at this, make sure it's not case sensitive. The little buggers could throw in like a case sensitive. You know what? I could work this out by hand. There's not that many. I'm not going to. That's actually would take longer. Pretty sure. Okay, then we can paste that in forward, and then forward does. This is a little wonky on Rust. I know this much. This is like a. I feel like you don't need the equal sign. You could have just done the, less than sign there, but whatever. Oh, you know what we need? What we don't have yet is something to aggregate results. So let's do this. Let mute or is we'll just do h equals 0. Equals is on the wrong hand. I remember that now. 0. All right, and then let mute d for depth. Nope, we don't need to specify. Equals 0. Cool. We're gonna save this because fun story. If you guys haven't watched my Kubernetes release notes video, I had the worst time making that because Adobe is a piece of garbage. Absolute garbage. I thought collect. And it has a memory leak right now. No, it's not. 1 second. This is not a string. This is a string reference, right? So it is actually not this. It is not that either. I'm sorry, this keyboard. I'm gonna blame this keyboard for a little. Oh wait. Like that. Yep. str. Cool. All right. Is it one of those bad boys? It is, right? Oh, capital V. Lowercase v is a macro, I guess. All right, so that fixes this. This works like this now. Matches forward, so we have our, yep, it's a constant string. And if we get forward here, then we're just going to add, we're going to take our horizontal equals, wait, no, our horizontal. Oh, I'm deleting it because space and delete are right beside each other. Horizontal equals horizontal plus oh, we need to convert. We did this last week too. String to integer. This beautiful. We're going to assume no bad data again because we're cool like that. We're going to do cmd at, this is at 1. Beautiful. Why do you not like that? Why do you error? Is not surrounded by a body. Oh, I think maybe we don't put that in there. Yeah, okay. Non-exhaustive pattern, that's fine. We can deal with that later. So let's deal with the next one. I accidentally did that. Okay, so the next one is going to be down. And if we go down, we increase our depth. So that's easy enough. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. Space. And so that means we take d equals d plus wrong hand plus this. Oh, you know what? All right, and then all we need to do here is basically do handle if it goes to 0. Because if it goes to 0, we just need to set it to 0. So can we do that in a match statement? So this is the default case. That should be fine. Oh, interesting. So you can destruct on it. That's cool. What I want to do is a multi-line. How do I do a multi-line? Multi-line. Enums. Oh, now I know match on enum is super powerful. This is really cool. I have done that. For pointers, a distinction needs to be made between destructing and dereferencing, as they are different concepts and will be used differently. Okay, dereferencing uses star, destructuring uses at ref and ref mutable. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Interesting. Strux. Oh, this is super cool. So this allows you, you're not just matching like on type, but you are matching on the configuration of it, even with a tuple inside. That's awesome. All right, but we need Rust multi-line match. No, you can just use curly braces. Okay, that's acceptable. So we're just going to then do a question mark. We're going to do question mark. That's questionable. All right, we're just going to do up. So we're going to decrease our depth. And if that's what we're doing, what we're going to do is multi-line initiate. We're going to say if, actually, let value equal. That equals kills me. That's the first thing changing. That is one of the first things that are changing. We're just going to copy and paste this. All right, so if depth is smaller than value, we could do this with like some tertiary. I don't know that Rust has tertiary, which I think I like about it. I think that tertiary statements usually just add complexity, especially when people like chain them, and it doesn't actually make the code cleaner. Where I feel like this is more explicit, and it doesn't hurt me to type out. All right, I like explicit code. That's easy to read and follow because I'm too dumb to anything else. Okay. Then depth just equals 0. All right, and then what we can do here, so actually less than or equal to. I mean, we could do the multiplication, but we might as well just handle it right there. That would actually be a little more performant, probably. I say that, but I don't know Rust well enough to know how the compiler is going to optimize, and that, you know, generally those optimizations can be pretty good. All right, so let's do. Well, this is just the standard depth equals. I had a very long day, and it is not over. Depth equals depth minus this. No, just minus val. We already got it. Done. All right, and then at the end of all this, let's go back, and then we're going to go print. Let's do print line. And we're going to do. Okay, 1 second. I can do this syntax. It is basic question mark. I'm so silly. It's just this and then curly braces, right? Like that. And now we go over, we do this, and then we do D times H. That's it. We've done it. This doesn't exist. This does. Now we've done it. This. Oh, we didn't do the match everything bracket. So if we're going to match everything and we just don't want to do anything. This is Rust's way of saying, let's see. Invalid case. Easy enough. Done. It's a little safeguard Rust has for us. All right. And then cargo run. Cargo run. Do you guys think that's the right answer? Do we? I feel partially bad if this is not the right answer because it's an easy enough question. If I don't get the right answer on the first try, I should just quit. that's not the right answer. That's for sure. All right, you got the answer. I bet you they were checking to see if we went up too high. Continue to part 2. Cool. Based on your calculations, the planned course doesn't seem to make any sense. You find the submarine manual and discover that the process is actually slightly more complicated. Of course it is. In addition to horizontal position and depth, you are also need to track a third value, aim, which also starts at 0. The command also means something entirely different than you first thought. Down increases your aim by X units. Up decreases your aim by X units. Forward does two things. It increases your horizontal position by X units. It increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. One second. What I think they mean is like, okay, if your aim is up, you go up that way. You know, you're going forward and up. And if you're aiming down, you go down and up, or down and forward. All right, it increases your horizontal position by, okay, forward does two things. It increases your position by X, and it increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. So I'm assuming aim is like negative or positive. That would be my assumption at this point. Again, note that since you're on a submarine, down and up do the opposite of what you might expect. Down means aiming in the positive. Okay, oh gosh. Down means aiming in the positive direction. Oh, so they don't give us a number to multiply. It's just down? Wait, okay, forward. Now, the above example does something different. Forward 5 adds 5 to your horizontal position, a total of 5, because your aim is 0. Your depth does not change. Down 5 adds 5 to your aim, resulting in a value of 5. Forward adds 8 to your horizontal position, a total of 13. Because your aim is 5, your depth increases by 8 times 5. So depth doesn't increase or change except for on forward momentum. All right. Well, that's not too bad, honestly. Yeah, honestly, that's not too bad. So all we have to do here, now that I say that's not too bad, questions that arise. I'm assuming 0 is still a hard stop. All right. Down means going deeper, not aiming in the positive direction. They word this confusing. It's not confusing until they word it like this. Ugh. All right. So yeah, let's change this. We'll first by let mute aim, and this is going to equal 0. We're going to start with a 0 aim. And then all we have to do here is these don't do anything. These are all about aim. So this is all about aim. Oh, not forward. I'm sorry. Undo. I still don't know how to undo because control is holding Z. Very weird. Okay, so down and up are very simple. They're actually the exact same thing, just inverted this. So let's take this and we can, all of the tricky stuff will go into forward. Put a comma there, and this will be subtraction instead of multiplication. We're going to delete this because it just doesn't matter, I think. Okay. Now, what we need to do is, so when down, we're just adding our aim. We're making our aim number bigger. Subtraction up, make our aim number smaller. Now, for forward, this actually I don't think is going to be too bad. So our horizontal position does what it does, and it does that well. So let's keep this. So we're going to put curly braces in here. We're going to hit a return. We're going to put a curly, we're going to delete this. We're going to put a semicolon. We're going to put a semicolon. We're going to make a new line. We're going to delete this. Didn't realize you were sitting there. Not what I meant to do. I meant that. All right. So on forward, we're going to increase our horizontal position like normal. Then let's go back to the example. Let's do that really quickly. Down adds 5 to the aim, resulting in a value of 5. Forward 8 adds, and you multiply by 5. Up decreases your aim. 8 adds to your aim. Forward 2. So it's just always multiplied by your position. This is actually maybe even easier than our original, I think. I could be wrong. This is probably not going to work, but all I want to do is our result is going to equal our aim plus our aim plus our aim plus what are we plusing? No, it's multiplication multiplied by our what did brain fart. Our aim. Oh, multiplied by the command. We need to get the command. Let's just get this once. Thing, because I'm feeling cheeky. Let thing equal that. Cool. And now we can actually replace this with thing. Be a little more efficient. Let aim be multiplied by thing if res is less than 0. I don't know what I'm pressing. I'm trying to get curly braces, but they're in the wrong spot. If the result is less than 0, let's set depth equal to 0. Equals in the wrong place again, equal to 0. And then otherwise D is equal to res. Can it be that simple? Well, no, because this is wrong. Cannot find value res in this scope. Oh. Sorry. Let there be a res. All right. What am I missing? This seems too simple. Well, first this is poorly. There we go. I'm just going to try it. You know what? What's life without a little risk? Cargo run. Do you guys think this is right? I am fairly positive it's wrong. What do you get if you multiply your final horizontal position by your final depth? That's not right. You are too low. If you're stuck, make sure you use the full input data. There are also some general tips on the about page, or you can track hints on the subreddit. Please wait a minute. Okay. Too low. So the number is bigger. That's a nice start. What did I do wrong? Okay. So on up, we add on, or on down, we're pointing our nose down into the water. We are, okay, adding. On up, we subtract from our aim. We're pointing more up. That seems right. The only one thing that I can think of right now that might have anything to do with this is that they might not be expecting this. Maybe they think we can go into the air, like shoot up into the air like a rocket. I find that hard to believe as... So let's see. We are taking the... Let's just call this value. Thing is annoying me. So we're taking the value and adding that to our horizontal value, which is what they said, right? I believe that is true. Let's see. Forward does two things. It increases your horizontal position by X. So we're doing that. Right. It increases your depth by the aim multiplied by X. Now, honestly, if I was in an interview, I would ask for more clarification because it says it increases your aim by, well, this is not an absolute value. It doesn't necessarily increase your aim or increase your depth. It just changes your depth by multiplying those two. So down increases your aim, up decreases your aim. I've been doing that. Okay. So I think obviously I'm wrong. The only thing I can think of here is this right here. If the result is aim times value. Wait. Current aim, which, all right, so we're taking our current aim, doing our things, plus, minus, whatever. So we're taking our current aim, which we started at 0, which is what they said, and we're multiplying it by the value that was given. Oh, wait. They didn't say value, did they? They said by the horizontal. So what they could be is that they could add the horizontal here and then use horizontal here instead of value. Let's see. Maybe I skipped over that. All right, so it increases your depth by your aim multiplied by x. No, it's multiplied by this. It increases your depth. Oh, wait. It increases your depth by your aim. Okay, I messed up. So look here, forward 8 adds 8 to your horizontal position, a total of 13. Because your aim is 5, your depth is increased by 40. We forgot the add part, right? That's where we went wrong. So if you look here, we don't add, we set it equal to whatever this is, but we're adding it to it. So really this result here should be D plus, get that plus in there, D plus aim times value. Okay, because we weren't changing it, we were just setting it to it. Now we're changing it. All right, we fixed it. I can confidently say we have solved the problem. All right, it's a much bigger number. That's good, I guess, since they told us it was too small last time. This time, we've given them a bigger number. Gold star. Gold star right here. That was way less painful. I was very upset after the first day. I was not super... Share on Twitter. Oh. Well, that wasn't too bad. If it was in Go, I would have solved it a little while ago. Oh boy, I'm behind on days. Maybe I'll do a Saturday stream and see if about like busting out a couple of these. Look at that. I'm a 4-star engineer. That sounds good. If you don't know what stars I'm talking about, those were not difficult problems. But yeah, anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? And by tonight, I mean whenever you watch this, if anybody actually watches this. I do love streaming to myself. Make sure to leave a comment if you hear me talking about streaming to myself. All right. Well, I might just call that a night. We did it. We did it in Rust. The code is not great. The code's not great. I'll leave it at that. But hey, it's going to be open source, so you're welcome to it. I'm sure that there's better ways of doing this in Rust, and this is what we're going to learn. And I'm hoping that some Rust person comes in here and is like, "Yeah, you suck. Here's how you do it," and then we can do it because this is way too much indenting. I don't like it. I get it, I guess. So I kind of would like to invert this. So instead of doing the stuff in here, I would like to fail out if this doesn't work. So I need to learn how to do that because basically I want to read it and have the value, and if I don't get the value, fail. And if I have the value, continue on without being indented into it, because this is way too nested. Let's go ahead and look it up while we're here. I don't have anything better to do. So how are we going to search for that? Rust if let without increasing this is what I was thinking, like if it not as good, Class of a record enum. You're giving the following enum, blah, 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 and the instance foo foo with behavior depending on foo not being bar and a goal of minimizing nesting. Brace creep. Okay, this is what I'm trying to do right here. The goal of minimizing nesting brace creep. If let foo bar equals okay, this is a little mean. Could word it nicer. Next, hmm. Well, this is a long conversation. This is one of those things that I'll look into. Oh, I actually do like this. This looks nice and allows you to not nest. And yeah, it chains well. I second this. Given what is this? Oh, let else. Let else. Introducing the new let pattern type expression else deriving block. Oh, okay. I think that's this right here. Basically, let else. What? Is this in the language? Have I been sucking at it that bad? It's been merged? How, just tell me the syntax. Tell me how to do this. This is an if let. I want else. 1 second. This is if let right. Oh, okay. This is the original. Sorry, I was like, where's the let else? Beautiful. Okay, let's try to update my code to this. I don't know that this is actually in the language yet. I don't know how to tell that though. Oh. I'm going to say it's not. Yep. It's not. Okay, this is the number one thing that I'm looking forward to. Let else. 2 of 7 tasks. All right, implement the RFC. Adjust documentation, stabilization PR. Cool. Conflicts with if let chains. Does this conflict too much with the if let chain RFC or vice versa? Neither this feature nor that feature should be stabilized without considering the other. Just accept it. I am hearting this. Hearting it. Hearting the crap out of it. You guys should go heart it yourselves. With let else, the limited scope disappears because suddenly all bindings live on for the eternity of the surrounding block. Yes. The only thing keeping code readable is the convention, but it is not enforced via default on lens that can be turned off. Okay, this is about writing bad code, and sometimes are. Pre-existing and not that is not particularly worth by let else. Though I confess that I've not tried using it in practice. You want to extended scope have an impact on? Yeah, I hate it when things get held up because of. Oh, you could write bad code. Yes, you could. Let's move on. It's in general so much better than super. Look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. You're making me do this because we don't have this. This is garbage. This is not. Stop it. Do you feel like not supporting unit structure pattern would be piece, perhaps weird? Well, work is being done on it. That's all I care about. Cool beans. All right. Well, let me not kid myself. Nobody will see this. Hope you guys had a good day. I'm going to go get some more work done because that's all my life is at this moment. Except Google Fi just told me that we're on saving seasons. So I can spend more money to save because I need a new phone because my current one doesn't display enough ads to me. I guess. I don't know. All right. Well, that was fun. We will get into designing some more actual systems maybe in a little bit. I feel like I did okay with Rust. This keyboard is still trippy, very trippy. And you know what? Some of this nesting that we had really is because of the problem. I mean, like, you're going to get these types of problems have more nesting and stuff, anyways, just because of how they are. Also, some of this could have been like redone to nest less, anyways, to just abstract it into some functions. It doesn't matter because you're just trying to solve a problem within, a half hour. So, all right, well, cool. I'll get this pushed up to Git, at some point. And Thursday, unless if somebody joins, Thursday, I'm going to just do more of this, learn more Rust. As soon as I get some people joining, we're going to start working on Kubernetes stuff because I feel good enough with the language that, yeah, good enough. I mean, like, there's definitely things that I don't know and don't have a good grasp on, like their threading. I get some of the threading and the agent model and stuff, but I don't have a really good, and there's some other things like mutexes, but the thing is, I can only learn, doing this will help me type the syntax faster. So that's always good. And it will let me learn a few more edge cases like the for lets or the if lets and whatnot, and get a little bit faster with like the match command and stuff. And that's all good. But what's really going to take me to the next level with Rust is like actually implementing things like threading and stuff like that. So I probably won't do this many more days, especially if people don't care to see it, and then we'll move on to something more exciting. All right, well, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I will see you on Thursday, probably. Talk to you later.